Yep, we're doing this again. You may remember, and by that I mean you definitely do remember, that a month or so ago I ranked the entire Skylander soundtrack from worst to best, and I figured since it took so long and had way too many editing problems, so yeah, blah 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 blah, it's the same rules. I will be going off of the 2 official playlists from the first and second game and rank them out of 100. So yeah, there are 109 songs and the score goes from 1 to 100, so don't ask. Quite a lot of these will have the same score, just go with it. Anyways, enough of that. I've been thinking of making this a series on my channel, so if this video also performs decent, then I'm thinking of continuing this ranking style, with things like the Minecraft soundtrack, Hamilton songs, the PvZ soundtrack, and even expanding beyond music. Possibly even performing the nightmarish task of ranking every single Skylanders level, or something simpler like every Subnautica creature. So if you want to see any of those, then why not subscribe? I don't really ask for you to subscribe or anything that much, so if you could just check that subscribe button real quick, I would just really appreciate it. Anyways, this is a giant list and I want to make this video as short as I can, so onward with the rankings. This one is just not original in the slightest. It has one fun sound effect, but it's really just a nothing song. I can't even tell if it's actually bad because it's just so nothing. Alright, I'll be honest, this one just isn't good. It's not unique. It doesn't really fit well with the kelp forest at all. 2 things that a certain song does so much better. This is a whatever song. It's not low because it's bad. It's in that regard, but it's low because the Silence of the Void was amazing in the first game, and this is just not how you should handle the Void. This is repetitive and bland, there's not much here, but I do like that wind instrument. I expected so much better for the ice worm, something creepy or actiony or mysterious. Instead it tries to be all of these, but it fails. This one is just missing a lot. It's good for ambience, but it's not really good for anything else. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting from a song named Limestone, but I was expecting more than this, at least. This song just needs to pick whether it wants to be music or ambience. It really falters as a result of trying to be both, and probably would have been higher if it was just one or the other. This one had its good moments, but it's overall just a pretty bland and very repetitive. This one's basically just that Lithium song again, but it works just a tad bit better. Once again, it makes for really good ambience, but nothing else. It's just fine background music. This is just more of the same. It's above average, but not very far above average. Sunbeam deserves so much better. I don't even know what else to say. This is like the baseline for all other songs. It's fine for the biome, but it could use quite a bit of touching up. There's nothing bad about this one, but there's also nothing really good about it. It's missing so much. It's got the right feel, but not enough of that feel. This one's nice, creepy, but not really an interesting type of either. This is just a fine, simple tune for the glow whale. Perfect for the creature, but in terms of the entire soundtrack, not its best. This one is unique, but not really for any good reason. I think more of a horror-styled song would fit this creature better. This was just the same beat over and over and over. I don't even know how it got this high on the list, honestly. This is just a whatever song. It has a, you know, a fine ending, but it's mostly just the same beat over and over, much like the last one. This is a good theme for the dark metal reactor, but good music, this is nice and mysterious, but pretty much nothing new. The Bone Fields of all things should have had something cool and, you know, original in it. This is fun and creepy, but once again, it's pretty much the same as Crystal Caves. It's just the same okay beat for too long. This song is cursed. Okay, look. This is an awesome beat. Probably like the third best beat in this entire soundtrack. But it doesn't connect with the cuttlefish in the slightest, and it is also not even in the game. It's just for a trailer. This is just two songs stuck together. Both would have been scored higher on their own, but the first half doesn't even fit the Titan Holefish anyways. Alright, there's one sound effect in here I just do not like, but the rest, you know, it's nice and spoopy. There's nothing amazing here, it's just a nice little ambient soundtrack for a crashed ship. These are two very good and different songs stupidly smushed together. It's pretty good at first, but it gets quite repetitive and eventually just outright boring. This is a really cool and mysterious opening, and not much else. Again, this one gets really boring afterwards. A pretty good theme for the Ghost Leviathan, however, I am pretty sure this doesn't even play in the game, and even if it did, it doesn't really fit the ambiance aesthetic it should have. I don't think this is in the game, and for that it gets many points deducted, but I mean, if it was in the game, it would soar. This is a weird song. It has some cool choir in the start, but this song would be so much better if it tried to embrace its weirdness. Instead, it just repeats. This works for the mines, but it's nothing more than a mood setting. This is a nice, creepy reworking of God Rays, but it doesn't even work nearly as well. This actually sounds pretty good, but I'm confused on what am I even listening to? Yeah, slow burn indeed. This easily could have been a 2-minute song, but instead it's dragged out over 10 minutes. Still a fine beat, but oh my god. Alright, this one's actually fine. It's nice and unique at first, but don't listen to this one with a headache. I'm telling you right now. It also gets a bit repetitive, but the headache thing is priority number 1. This is an awesome, creepy beat, but it's literally just the same over and over for 3 minutes. This had the right feel, but it didn't use it in the best way. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is nice, but it doesn't appear in the game again. And it doesn't even really fit with the infection itself, so even if it was in the game, it wouldn't really fit. Anyways, don't get me wrong, this sounds awesome, but it's not in the game. This one has a fine first half, but a really good second half. This is good for what it is. A nice, simple tune for the safe shallows. This is so much better than that amid the kelp bull crap from the start of this list, but it's also just nothing amazing itself. This is just right for the mushroom forest, but despite being possibly one of the best fits for the biome, it is not the best biome music. This is weirdly forgettable, but it's nice and calming. This is a nice beat for the shallows of below zero, but it's, again, nothing amazing. Okay, again, this is an awesome beat. Probably like the second best in this entire series, but this soundtrack, again, it doesn't appear in the game. It's only for trailers, and for that it gets pegged down a lot of points. This is nice, simple, fun, but not a whole lot. Nothing bad, but not that much good either. This sounds like a Minecraft music disc. I mean, does it not? It's very repetitive and gets dragged out for so long, but it's nice and calming. This one has a really unique second half for some reason. I mean, it perfectly encapsulates that mystery behind the precursors. However, I feel like the first half should have also been like that, and it is just not. This is just a very forgettable one. I mean, it's a nice beat with some good choir, but I had to watch it like 3 times before I could even remember to make a rating for it. This one has a real good moment, but it also has a not so good moment and a bunch of, moments. This one started off great, but it lasted for so long, and it only really went downhill. This one kind of sounds like an alarm, definitely fitting for its name. It's mysterious and concerning, like you need a med pack. Most of this one is very repetitive, but it has 2 really good parts. This one is slow, but a good slow. Not original, but it didn't really need to be. It's creepy, but not as good as all the other ones are. Also, Trump says China in this one, I'm pretty sure. Like, you heard that, right? This one is quite unique. It's fun, but it really doesn't have that much in it. It's got that Lost River feel. It's good, but nowhere near great. This captures the calm, simple, beautiful feel of the ghost tree while also making sure you don't go too long without a spook. This is a really weird and unsettling, creepy theme. I like it. It has a lot of great elements, but instead of being fun and original, it just starts off really good and repeats for a while. This only needed 30 seconds to perfectly describe the fear-inducing frozen leviathan without any words. This is a fun, futuristic adventure and somewhat country-style mix, perfect for Margaret's Land. Solid overall, but nothing amazing. Also, this is strange inclusion, but the ending kind of sounds how my throat felt after getting the vaccine. Does that make sense? I watched the... Although this one really doesn't fit with the rest of the soundtrack, I do quite like this steampunk factory type theme it has going. This is a cool action-packed beat, but the third part doesn't really fit. This is definitely the dream catcher theme of this game. It's cool, creepy, and perfect for this creature. This is an awesome blend of slow, simple, calming, upbeat action and excitement. The only reason it's 84 is because I know it can get a lot better from here. This is nice and majestic, but what really sells it is how it's used. When you're cured and when you fix the Aurora's core. This is a nice, fine blend of calm and energetic. This is a nice theme for the now destroyed Altera base, fitting and fun. This is pretty fitting for our crashing introduction into the Arctic side of this planet. This is nice, calming, and it's actually really fitting for the observatories. Oh, and also they had to make the observatories their own biome to get this song to play. If it kept up the same energy it had at the start, it would have been one of the best. This has an awesome beginning, a pretty good middle, and a fine ending. The main thing bringing it down is that it feels like two different songs again. This is a pretty good beat, and it does give me chills every time I finish this game. But you know, I feel like it could have had more for, oh, you know, the ending of the game. This is a really unique one in a game full of a lot of the same. Still not as good as it could be, but still really fun. This is an amazing and unforgettable first half. But the second half just does not do this song justice. I mean, it's still fine, but it could have been so much more. I don't know, this is just a nice, fun theme for building and exploring your base. This is a good beat, nice instruments, and it's pretty. This is a majestic, slow, and freaking terrifying beat. Real cool. Surprisingly fun. It's a good beat, although it is slightly long and kind of repetitive. A nice beat, plus it sort of kind of symbolizes Altera, a calming futuristic beat with a staticky and almost corrupt beatboxy part with it. This is an awesome beat. I'm not 100% sure if it plays in the game, and if it doesn't, it'll be pegged down a lot. But I've been told that it plays during a Cyclops explosion, so I don't know, it'll stay here for now. This is a great, simple beat that matches the game weirdly. Well, some parts and the ending aren't the best. Now this is how you do good ambiance. It's mysterious, interesting, and that whistle at the end is the cherry on top. This is a nice, calming introduction to Below Zero. This is a bit long, but catchy, unique, upbeat, and calm all at the same time. Pretty nice. I was convinced that this is just trailer music, but no. This plays when the Cyclops is on red alert, and what can I say? It's fitting and real awesome. This is fun, original, and nice. It could have had a bit more, but who am I to complain? I really like it. This has everything a Subnautica song needs. It has the classic beat of this game, a blend of calm and upbeat, but the length of the song doesn't really allow it to shine. If it was longer, it could have had more. This is a greatly paced, cool sounding, and upbeat song that slowly builds to an actual ending. What in the world? This is like the only song that like builds and builds to a climax. Thank you. This is the perfect song for the crash site. It's got the fear and excitement, the mystery and the adventure, and the angelic singing and the techno beat. This is a really interesting and unique emergency tune. I don't know, I just like it. This amazingly encapsulates the fear in Ahead Slow. The bubbles, the creature sounds, and the synth really make it creepy, like you should be feeling when you're, oh I don't know, trying to evade a Reaper by going as slow as possible so it doesn't see you when it swims like inches away. This is just a really fun beat. What can I say? I like it. It's good for the twisty bridges. This is a weird song, but it is a good weird. One this series has been needing for a while. Alright, top 10 time. Out of all 109 songs in these two games, these 10 stood above the rest as the best pieces of music in this franchise. So, here's the top 10. Whoa! This is way better than it even deserves to be. Amazing beat, and it apparently is in the game. This solidifies the original creepy nature of the reefbacks, but it also has that nice, peaceful, giant feel they eventually get when you learn they're not dangerous. What the hell? This is... What? This is so good, calming, thrilling, and all at the same time. How? What? I like it. It sounds amazing, it works amazing, and it just is amazing. This is easily one of, if not the most unique pieces of music in this series. What can I say? It's unique, sounds amazing, and it fits. And it sounds amazing, and it sounds amazing, and it sounds... I just really like it. This is an amazing beat, and it manages to capture every element of these games. Horror, action, calm, majestic, silent, loud, and so much more. I've loved this project since it was first released years ago. And the final product is just as catchy, thrilling, and calming as ever. Why is this an emergency beat for the Cyclops? I don't know. And I'll be honest, I don't care. It is so catchy, fun, and builds to an amazing ending and beat drop. I was not expecting a single song to top Abandoned Ship and Mirage Machine, but here we are. This one is so unique, it's so stylish, and it's just awesome in like every way. What can I say? I was not expecting something this incredible. It, again, is unique and stylish, but it's also so fitting for this game, where it plays, how it plays, and it was easily a highlight of not just Below Zero's soundtrack, but this entire review. And there it is, all 109 songs ranked from last to first, 30 to 99. Oh boy. This was definitely quite the project, and despite the monstrous amount of time it took, it was pretty fun. I got to revisit some of my favorite pieces of music and learn about brand new ones that were just as good. I'll be honest, I went into this confident that Abandoned Ship, Leviathan, and Tropical Eden would easily top the list. But who knew that some of my top 10 were either songs I'd never heard before, like 1,000 Strings, Kelp Caves, and The Cathedral, but it would also be filled with songs that I completely forgot about, like Unknown Flora and Islands Beneath the Sea. I would say that overall, despite the original's nostalgia, feel, and absolute masterpieces, I actually kind of like Below Zero's soundtrack more. It's more unique, it does a better job at blending calm and action, and it honestly had some of my favorites, including, you know, my actual favorite out of all 109. Anyways, I'm not going to do the averaging the two game scores this time because there's only two, and I'm sure this video is already plenty long, so I'm just gonna say thank you for watching. I highly encourage you to play both of these games for yourself. And I mean, I haven't finished Below Zero as of writing this, or recording this, but I probably have finished by the time it's come out. I also encourage you to watch my last ranking video about the Skylander series, and, oh actually wait, speaking of that, I wanted to quickly add that, while I do think Subnautica's soundtrack is better than Skylander's, I still think Skylander's style is something more that fits me. I like them more personally, and so I just kind of like the Skylander's music more. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, because I sure did. This game has some amazing pieces of music, and I think it deserves way more recognition for it. So I mean, thanks Ben Prunty and Simon Cholinsky for the amazing music, and I will see you next time.